Hey, I'm back. Kinda, maybe. I really don't know. So to give you some context, I've been off online mainly for several months now and haven't been doing YouTube either. I guess YouTube is kind of a good metaphor for my music career where I'm doing it all on my own and I'm handling all the responsibilities. And I think in both of those avenues, I kind of got to a point where I'm at this Y in the road, and the way I had been operating in the past isn't going to help me moving forward because I'm growing. And with growth comes a lot more responsibility. So me hauling a bunch of cameras to every gig, me making sure the live stream is up and running somehow, me editing, scripting, managing, all the things around a video. I would say a 10-minute video will take 20 hours of work. When I was going out and playing gigs and filming it, it felt like I was doing 3 jobs at once. I would consider myself almost like a small business. I have to do a bunch of different things. And it's fun learning how to put on all these different hats. And you can manage it when you're cruising along at this level, but things start ramping up. Maybe start getting more gigs, more followers, more opportunities, and you have to start making some decisions. And I made a decision to step back temporarily. Let me assess what I want and what's going on and how I can optimize what I'm doing. Because I was and am feeling burnt out on a few different levels, and I feel a lot of times we have, I don't want to say different personalities, but we have different brands that we put on for ourselves because on social media, we're marketing ourselves like products. And that's part of the game. And that's before all the gigging, all the networking, all the marketing. And I feel like we almost have this pressure to be this character of ourselves. I think it can become exhausting because we are trying to suppress certain parts of ourselves. Like maybe we want to say something or do something, but we think, that's not on brand. And it's almost like we're serving our brand before we're serving our own needs. How I feel mirrors really what I've wanted from this channel all the time, and it mirrors what I value in art, in music, in people. It's authenticity. And I try to make this channel as authentic as possible. And if I really want to live by that, I should share these struggles and share the tough moments and the self-doubt. Not as a PR stunt, not as a cry for attention, but because this is really who I am, and I'm trying to figure out where I want to go. And sometimes when you are fearless in showing that part of yourself to other people, it can be inspiring. And I think if I'm on this channel and I can be authentic, sharing all these things about burnout and uncertainty and financial struggles, it doesn't cheapen or dilute my work. It makes it more real. I'm letting people know we all struggle and there's no shame in it. Also, I don't know if anybody else is really documenting things in this honest of a way. And I feel almost as passionate about that as I do about playing music, creating music, writing music. And I view them kind of in the same boat, that a lot of it is just sharing my experiences and sharing my humanity with other people. So this rate I'm going at with YouTube and my music career, it's not sustainable. Not the way I'm operating, because I am burning out quickly. I think I've reached my ceiling where I can't do more. I can't really improve or grow without making some moves, without pivoting, without changing. It's time for me to evolve or just disappear from doing this. And I prefer evolving. Providing what I've always wanted to provide to other people is just a peek at what it's like trying to build a career. These little what do I do now moments. Because everyone usually posts like the triumphs or the flex reels when they're playing their music. I really want to show what the journey is like, because I had no concept when I started and I approached it all wrong. And my second time around playing music, I just wanted to document the journey in an honest way. And I wanted to do that to give other people permission to chase after their dreams, to try, to be scared, to be themselves, to try something like YouTube and stick with it consistently for a few years and watch the magic happen. And I've reached a part in my journey where I think it's the most interesting and the most crucial to share, because I'm so proud of everything I've built and I'm really excited for what's going to happen next. And I want your help or your input. So there's a few things that need to change. I need to reduce my workload. I need to create more content. I've gone as far as I can doing this YouTube channel by myself. Sometimes it feels like I'm using bubblegum and scotch tape to hold it together. And I feel that way about my music career sometimes as well. Nothing worth having is built doing it alone. So I'm asking for support here. And support in kind of traditional and non-traditional ways. And let me tell you what would really help me right now. And I almost feel guilty asking for help. But then I realize this is a window into how it's done. And so something has to give. And I simply don't have enough time to play music and then make videos about playing music and make posts telling you about how much I love playing music. But there's also so much I want to share. So here's some ways you can support. Of course, you can always donate directly via Venmo or PayPal or buy me a coffee, and all of that goes back into the channel. I want to keep this free, but I've thought about shifting to Patreon, which would allow me to invest more into things like hard drives, cameras, lights, maybe invest into contracting out some editing work. And people keep telling me, Aaron, you should get a sponsor or you should get an advertiser. That's great. How do I do that? So I'm asking you, if anyone has any suggestions, I'm open to it. If anybody wants to connect me with a sponsor, if anybody wants to advertise, it's a one-man show here, so call me up. Or perhaps you are one of those skilled people that can help me with editing, that can help me with the marketing. Or maybe you just are entertained by the channel and want to support it. I know Carolyn Ellis, she sponsored a video a few weeks ago. Because of her generosity, I was able to take a few more cameras, and I'm going to create a multi-cam shot of a full 90-minute concert. Carolyn has been very generous in sponsoring or helping out the channel. So is my friend Joel, who's also part of the Drum Cam fam, along with my friends Brad and Mojo. Joel has contributed financially to this channel, but he's also really helped a lot with connecting other people on this channel and just hopping on as a forum moderator. I know Nelly has donated after some live streams, and I really appreciate that because all that goes right back into the channel. I've had an idea that ties into this channel is that with the sponsorships and partnerships, maybe I can find an advertiser, somebody to sponsor this channel. Hell, maybe I can even find a hard drive sponsor because I need donations to help recover about 5 terabytes of data that was lost in a hard drive dying, and that had about 20 YouTube projects on it. But if there's a data recovery service or a hard drive manufacturer that wants to come in and save the day, please contact me. You know, or even if there's somebody who just wants to help this channel grow, because what I'm thinking about doing is maybe shifting to doing more interviews and having this double as a podcast. And that's not a bridge too far, but it's just a lot of work. And this is no longer a one-person job anymore. I've just wanted to make this a channel for everybody, a nice community space where people can see the messy parts of being a musician. These are the kind of battles I'm fighting day to day right now. And sometimes I don't have all the answers. Sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes I regress. Sometimes I have huge dramatic wins. I really want to paint a real picture of what's going on and what a music career is like. I love doing it and I want to keep doing it. I just need some help. Engagement always helps. Sending videos to other people help. But I'm at the point in this channel where I'm either going to have to evolve or I'm just going to have to say, you know what? I'm just going to do this as a hobby for now. So I'm really curious what your feedback is. What you would like to see. If you think Patreon would be a way to go. If someone has an idea how to monetize this channel while trying to keep it free for as many people as possible. Ways to leverage this channel, because it's part of being a musician now, but I also am a musician and I'm trying to find solutions to help evolve. So don't be afraid to evolve, but be kind to yourself. I strongly encourage you to click on the links below the screen if you want to support this channel, or if you want to support it by donating a piece of gear. On my videos, I have an Amazon list of things that I currently need for this channel that will help me create more content. You know, and lastly, I wanted to close with this. This stuff can be really emotionally draining. And I'm just speaking off the cuff. I don't know if anybody will watch this far, but this is just me dumping out my brain. I've thought about making this video for over a week, maybe 2 weeks now. And part of me feels like, again, I feel shame because I never really had money. I don't know how to manage money. I'm not good with it. And I'm hurting really bad right now. And that's not to elicit sympathy or anything. It's just sometimes these are the places we go, or this is where I'm at right now. Again, authenticity has always been really important to me. And I think when we see all these other perfect images of people online, we feel pressure to do that. And we think that they have it easy. We think that they don't suffer from self-doubt. And I know you want to put yourself out there in the best light as possible, but I've always wanted to just be real. I value that more than trying to be a plastic version of myself. Being real and being authentic means sometimes it's messy, because that's what life is. Sometimes life is messy. It's usually more messy than it is easy. And we only document our best moments here. And if you just went to a movie that only had good, happy moments, you would think it would be boring, because life is not like that. Life is about growth and struggle and overcoming things, and it's about the ride. And I'm really enjoying the ride right now. And it's also scary, and I want to get as much of it in a real fashion as possible. Both the good and the bad, because who knows, maybe a few years from now, someone can look at this channel and be like, wow, look at where he was at and look at where he got to. Maybe I can do that. I'm hoping that's the case. I don't even know if this is going to make it into the final cut. I don't want to edit this video. I was so stressed about this all week long, and it occupied so much of my space because I'm so afraid of how people are going to perceive me. I don't want to get back into the social media. I want to keep my mind clear, but I also feel this pressure all the time. And again, this isn't me complaining, but just unloading like this, I don't think a lot of people do that. And maybe you shouldn't, because there's certain professions you have to keep things guarded, but I'm also, part of me is being an artist and sharing my human experience. And I want to do that in a real way, as opposed to crafting this narrative that may or may not reflect the truth. And lastly, I've had to shoot this video 5 times over because one time I totally forgot to record it. Oh God, I hope this is recording. Please tell me it's recording. All right, be kind to yourself.